Damn, that tea's hot. Excuse me. G'day, everyone. T-Nick back here again in Open TTD with a apparently really hot mug of tea next to me. Yeah, that just spawned several regrets, didn't it? You joined me back outside Essens, where I'm pretty sure we capped off the last episode. I only recorded it 8 hours ago before bed, but here we are. Captain Forgetful strikes again. Obviously, we are still trying to run out the clock on these livestock trucks because we have replaced it with this handy-dandy livestock train who has just made his first delivery and hopefully brought a bit of cash in. Well, definitely a bit more cash than all of these livestock trucks put together, I'm going to assure you. Actually, no, because he made $5,000 last year and you've only made 12 grand so far. That's just one delivery. It'll get on top of things. So now last time we noticed we had another forest down here that I really want to plumb into. Goodbye. Just talking about you. I really want to plumb into our current log service all the way up here to Luchow. So I'm thinking we run an electric freight line down here from Essens down to the forest here. Probably just extend this current line here. The only catch is we've got to somehow get across the main line. Now, to do that, I'm going to place a bit of track down now just to sort of, get a handle on how we're going to build this junction up as we move forward. So obviously this will be the through track from Nienberg over to, I guess, the freight siding and onwards. So we'll just have a little in-principle connection there. Likewise, I also want to have a bit of track that comes up and connects up this way here. So we don't need a bridge for that one. We might just run him along like this here, just so we've sort of got this track bookmarked out as to where we want to put the rest of the junction in. No, I was just gonna sell them because they're just annoying. Now, how do we double track this? I've already had a look. If I scooch this over one tile, that's fine. But I can't actually fit another track in because of the tunnel, and I can't extend the tunnel because we need to have a signal before this bit, and we can't move this down because, well, we already spent way too much money raising up the land from the sea there. So, yeah, we're going to have a bit of a weird situation here, and I mean, I'm not a stranger to weird situations, but this one's weird. So we'll go another tied arch bridge there. Actually, we want to electrify this. This will be an electric freight line, so we can get access to the crocodile. Just because we've been hauling heavy trains a long way, so we kind of have to. So we want to connect up the electric wires up here. Make sure that's all wired up nicely. And then obviously what I want to do is run this one down here, and I think you see where this is going, and then put the second track in like this. And then we'll run this down through the junction here. So that should be nice and neat. Yes, good. We got some more livestock trucks to go away. And then obviously we'll just have to bring this down and connect it up back to the freight line here. And then probably just go ahead and double track this section as well and make sure we don't miss any bits of wiring here as we come through the freight yard. So that should be fine there. Good, excellent. So yeah, a bit of a kink around to get over our tunnel there. But I think long term, it's not really going to make much of a difference. So we'll go ahead and bosh that signal back to where it came from. And we'll throw down just a couple of random higgery-jiggery signals here. I'm not sure if higgery-jiggery is an official railway term, but if it's not, it really should be. Because higgery-jiggery, it's fun to say. And this does have the advantage of wiring up our freight yard down here as well. Now, we don't want to wire up that new siding over there because obviously that is all diesel, and that gets us a funky new depot there. Ooh, I do like a funky new depot because obviously this will be the passenger line here and the freight trains will have to come around through here. Do we want to send the wood train through the back of this sort of area though? I mean, obviously he's going to have to come in on this track here, so we'll have to go through the platform, but coming in this way, we might be able to put a cheeky, I guess, tunnel in under here and then just line him up perfectly with the junction here. Yeah, I mean, that could be a thing. Or we could just have him run through the station because why not? But yes, certainly, I also want to lay down the basics for the old passenger line. Hello, old mate here has just shown up. Good for you. Hopefully you're making us some good money with your goods deliveries. Yes, 301 grand. You're doing quite well for yourself. We're very happy with you. Train 48's losing money. You're one of the new ones, I can tell, because you're next to the radio tower I spent too long talking about. You're one of the new ones, so that's fine. You're one of the new ones, I'm pretty sure. log train. Well, he's unloading anyway, so shouldn't have too much of an issue making a profit this year. We've got a bit of a log jam going on here. Here we go, because we never put signals down here. There we go. We forgot to isolate this line here. So he's obviously reserved a path through to this signal, even though he's only unloading at the station. And that's blocked our goods trains coming in there. Now, I am hesitant to have too much in the way of junction action for the log trains. So, because obviously we've already got an interruption here, we can get rid of this here. As trains, cross over this single track section here. Also, we want to probably double track that. Now, I don't want a fancier truck. I mean, I probably do. I just don't know it. But, I don't at the moment. So that'll need to connect up like that. And then we can get rid of that there. So that's a handy-dandy little crossover. I might actually even go further and move that down here to be near the depot. So it's where the existing signals sort of already are. So we can sort of have one big complicated junction, and that'll be the end of it. So we'll run that down like that. And no, we can't run that in there. That looks a bit weird. So we'll run that down there. That's a bit better. And that way it sort of frees up for a bit more continuous running in this section and this section up here, which is, I think you'll all agree, a little better. What year is it anyway? 1948. We can probably switch over to electric signals soon. I think I did that in 1930 in the other game. But I just feel we haven't built an... Yes, of course, the iron ore mine slips production. Train 1 is getting old. Aw, Train 1... No, you little stalwart. Well, we'll deal with you later, I'm sure. And if we don't, well, I don't really care. I mean, you'll keep soldiering on as you were, wouldn't you? So yeah, how do we get the log trains from this track over to this forest here around this passenger line here? Well, there goes wood production at Wolfspart Forest, so it's probably a good thing we are hooking another forest into the old network. Now, we can either sort of just cheeky bridge over here, and that should be able to connect up with the freight line here, or we can sort of connect it up with the passenger line here and then have another set of crossovers here. Or we could, I guess, electrify up all the way around here, but that just mixes more freight trains in with the passengers, and I don't really want to dilute that any more than I already have. So we'll put another couple of signals in there. So yeah, we definitely need to get them over to this wired section here. What if, here we go, what if we actually brought that back an arbitrary amount, dropped it down? I mean, I probably didn't need to back it off at all. We've got so much room going for us. And then we just dropped it through a tunnel here, just for seemingly absolutely no reason. Just chuck a tunnel in there. That's just a thing we do now. Just have a tunnel. There's a tunnel there now. Didn't need to be, but there is. That's a thing we like. And then what we can do, because we've still got room for another platform here if we need it, we can drag this track out and around like this. And how many trains we can have on this? Probably just the one. Oh, there goes some sawmill no one cares about. Yeah, 108. It's not really riveting production. We probably didn't need to build such a complicated tunnel system there. It just occurred to me we had plenty of room to put one track over the top. But yeah, so that should be a thing there. How big did we build this? We built this 10 tiles long, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did. So let's go with it's under ISR stations in it. There it is. Good. Yes. A 1. No, that's not drag and drop. No, that's coverage highlight. Drag and drop. There we go. So a 1 by 10, please. Just 10. Just stick with 10. 10 is fine. And get a nice rural buffer going at the end of that there, please. And of course, we've got a little break in the wires there because of the level crossing, because reasons. I guess you just sort of lower the pans and coast up to the buffer stop if you really need to. I'm actually going to fix that because I don't like it. Let's just put a little bit of grass in. Just a bit of grass there. That's got a nice little fence on it too. So, you can walk up to the tracks and look through the fence at the engine here. But if you just want to cross tracks here, that's fine. We don't care about that. There's just forklifts and things driving around. But, it's that bit where the engine is. Oh, no, can't walk across tracks there. Good. So we'll put a signal in to protect the branch line there. We'll deal with you in a minute. And yeah, all we need to do now is plumb in another crocodile. Hopefully that works. So we want a 10 tile long train, please. 9.8, close enough. There's the train window over there. Refit you for wood, 450 ton. Yes, it'll take you a while to get a full load there. That's okay. And you will make the epic journey all the way up here to Luchow Sawmill. We'll probably need to put another... another platform in there at some point. I imagine we'll start tailing back on the main line. Also, I'd probably want to have you have a bit of a service before you go north as well, just to make sure you don't break down on the main line there and hold everyone up. So hopefully you will be able to path your way along the freight lines around the back here because they're electrified, and you won't try and path your way up this way, even though it is the shorter route. I'm hoping the AI is smart enough to figure that one out. There goes Shorten's Ore Refinery. That's definitely a thing that's happened. Now, Train 1, hello old friend. You are chuffing back and forth delivering coal on this pokey little branch line. Yeah, the coal mine's not doing too bad for itself. I was wondering if we might replace this with road vehicles, but no, he's doing okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for another one of these, the BR92, up on these lines. Are we using... No, we're not using any up there. Do we actually have any? We have 3. And they're all in use on the coal train already. Okay, so we don't have any slightly newer ones to redeploy down here, so we are looking at replacement. Do we have anything suitable to replace you with? Probably the V140, I'm going to say. That's a option, I guess. I mean, I didn't really want to roll out the diesels on this pokey little short route. I was thinking trucks or bust, but I mean, we are still moving a lot of coal, and trucks would be unsuitable at this stage. I mean, what have we got available? I know we had a new hopper truck. That's a box truck dummy. What are you, 56 k's an hour for 25 tonne of coal? Oh, hang on. Access November hopper truck. 72. Yeah, okay, so we're going to try and replace you guys with trucks. That's a thing we're doing now, because modern and stuff. So we'll connect that up to the existing station, just so we don't lose the relationship with the coal mine. Relationship? Make it sound like such a dirty thing. Good, yes, and we obviously need to put a unloading station over here as well. We don't need to connect that one up to the existing one because it doesn't really matter. Now, where's a convenient place to put a bridge across? Probably right here, and we'll probably go tied arch just because it goes across the junctiony bits reasonably well. Have the road skirt around the back of the depot, and then just hop over there with a nice little viaduct, because again, feels viaducty. And now will that line up with the station? Splish, splash, it lines up perfectly. It would help if I actually put the road in the right spot, though. Good. Connect that up, and Bob's your uncle. And no, that's train depot. We don't actually have a truck depot yet. That's probably why. Put that there. I think that fits. Well, we know it fits. I think it connects. Now, what are we looking at? We just accepted the Access November on trial, so we're going to want to build at least one of them. 27 tonne of coal, not even mad. Head up there, full load down here, and then swing by the old depot for a quick service, if you would be so kind. So that's got him out on trial, so he's 27 tonnes. What's your total capacity? 75. So what's 27? Let's say 4 trucks. That's increased capacity. That's, again, a train depot, you Burke. We'll increase capacity and replace this train in the meantime. So yeah, we'll go... Actually, what am I doing? We just need to clone this fella. Yeah, we'll go 3 of them. I realised that, 3 trucks in total would be a direct replacement, but again, want to increase capacity a bit just to try and coax a bit more coal out of this mine here, because in the TT world, that's apparently how things work. The more you transport, the more the mine produces. They just suddenly find more coal underground and go, I should really dig this up. There's a transport company willing to take it somewhere. Unless they close down and break all your hearts. So you, sir, unfortunately, train number 1, our first train, I think you started out up here somewhere doing farm business or something. Yeah, there's another forest here. That's new. You were where everything started. Actually, maybe you did start down here. Maybe it's one of the other 2 that's a refugee from up there doing coal or grain or something. But yeah, where everything started, it's come to its inevitable end. It's been a fun journey. And now there's a new coal mine under construction near Woostro, which apparently I have connected up. That is wow, they've really demolished the landscape there. I wonder if they get a negative... No, they don't get a negative report in the reporting of reports. It's just us. It's just, how dare that transport company knock down trees. But the coal mine tears a big chunk out of the land. Oh, yay, coal mine. Woo, happy days. Actually, that coal mine there is quite beneficial because we've already got an existing line that sort of comes down around here. So I'm wondering, would be far more efficient to bring it around the coast here. It'd be probably the same length of a route and a lot flatter. But I'm thinking we should connect that coal mine up just to show our appreciation for the fact that they've taken a big chunk out of the hill. There goes Bad Sasha Oil Refinery. That was inevitable. I mean, we've already got the unloading facility here. In fact, why don't we replace all of our trains with trucks and then just take over this platform for coal unloading as well? Yeah, that's probably a thing we could do. That's train 1. We've already replaced him. So you guys as well. Once you've unloaded and head to the depot and stop. Well, train 4 is getting old anyway, so... And there's a new coal mine at Hemmoor as well. Wow, it's just coal central up here. This is... Someone obviously went for a dig in the backyard and found a bunch of black stuff and went, you know what, probably sell this for money. That's also something we could try and connect up because, again, existing railway line goes literally right down here. Yes, I'm thinking we buy a few more trucks. Let's say another, I don't know, 8. No, get back to that. You're not clicking on the depot, you're clicking on a station. That's why you're not getting the ability to clone vehicles, you dummy. So what's that? That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 trucks in total. Off they go. God, I hope this is a successful trial because we've built a fair few of them, which means we can remove these trains from service and free up this platform here for some more coal trains. Now, obviously, we're still going to have trains coming in from this direction to unload. That's okay, because they're unloading in the same direction, so that's fine. Well, there we go. Coal production is increased at Malchow. Good for Malchow. I like saying Malchow. It's fun. So we definitely want to put a station in here before the trees start replanting. So let's go ahead and put down a 5. I mean, we could do a 7. How much are you going to be producing? 240 tons. Yeah, okay. So you're on a good thing. So 7 is probably going to be a good length for you. I'll drop that down and say there. Hey, look, a new oil refinery at that place. Do we want to go electric for this one? We're not really climbing over many hills. I mean, we've got to get up one hill to... Oh, that's where apparently the new oil refinery is. Good for Neubrandenburg. Where is Neubrandenburg anyway? Oh, there. Oh, okay. Well, shame there's no oil around here yet. But yeah, we're going to build a railway line straight past it. So, you know, keep our options open. Now, so plumbing the coal line in will be easy. We'll just connect it up here and then have a line coming out this way. That's fine. So you guys are getting withdrawn. That's okay. We may as well finish up. But yeah, so we may as well just non-electrify this and use steam on this one for a little while yet. Just because, well, you know, if we don't need to electrify, why would we electrify? Future planning? For sure. Don't have time for that. Yeah, okay, so dig a big hole here and make the town hate us. Good, that's the plan. Just in case we want to run 2 trains, we'll put a proper balloon loop in there, but I think 1 will be fine for now. Run this up here, and then we'll just go around this hill. Around, not on top of. Thank you. Good, yes. Nice straight line down here, run into a mountain. That's not going to hold water. Now, let's see, we want trains coming around this way, so yes, and yes. Good. 2 trains possible on this line. Now we need a nice big diagonal down here. So we'll just back this up a bit. And we should just be able to shave off a bit of the hill here. Whoop, shaved off too much. Yep, there's no going back now. We've made quite the mess, haven't we? There we go. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. We'll plant some trees down there in memory or something, I don't know. And let's just stay elevated for now. We will have to drop down eventually, I think. Yes, but we can drop down at the power station itself, which is where we need to put a bridge in anyway. So saves having to go down and then back up again for the loaded trains, which means they're basically climbing a total of 1 tile over their entire career, I guess you'd call it. That's a thing. Why didn't you build? I want you to build. Could you build? It would help if I built it on the... Oh, I see. There's a hill in the way. That's my bad. Okay, let's just sort that out there. That's a thing that we do. Connect that up. And connect you up over this way. Are we? Okay, so we're going to miss by a little bit, but not too much. So run you down on a bit of a diagonal there. And that should be okay. And you should connect up. We're off by 1 tile. Okay, well, then back up like that. And you should connect straight up there. Exactly according to plan. Everything according to plan. Now, have those 2 coal trains buggered off yet? We still have 1 going. Okay, so I don't want to hook up... I don't want to get rid of his platform yet until we can, you know, say goodbye to him. So he's now going to shuffle off to the depot, and it does appear as if we've replaced him with way too many trucks. So we'll just wait for him to get to the depot, and then I'll start taking apart this station down here. Okay, so that's train 2 sashaying off into the depot to join train 1, and as they're all old and needed replacement anyway, that actually worked out rather well for us. So, no, I don't want to actually get rid of the station. I just want to get rid of this bit of track around here. We'll keep that connection in place there and get rid of the balloon loop, because I don't think we'll be using that again. I'm just looking at this little tunnel here that now makes literally no sense. Let's get rid of that too. I mean, it's not like we're going to want to reinstate this balloon loop anytime soon, until we do, in which case we will feel rather silly. So let's see, you're coming in this way. That's a-okay. We want to give you a second platform to come in on as well. So let's go, just put a bit of blank concrete down here. Good. Now, you're not supposed to be turning around there, chum. Excuse me. That's not how this works at all. I built your balloon loop. You're going to use your damn balloon loop. Otherwise, we're going to have problems. Actually, we're going to need to extend one of these loops to 7 tiles long, aren't we? So what's that? That's 5, so that's 7. Yeah, why are we connecting this one up? Because we're going to want to connect this one up over the top. Yeah, that's a bit better. Get rid of that. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is just put a little signal here just to make sure he knows which way to go. And that is to go around the loop and then naff off as opposed to just turning around. Where are you getting your servicing done? You're servicing down here, aren't you? Yes. Okay, good. So that's fine. We can sort of disconnect this depot and the aforementioned junction. That's all fine. Yeah, so we can also disconnect this here. Bring this around into joining up. Probably get rid of this and this too, I guess. We don't really need any of that. So yeah, so you can get your signals right first, T-Nick. There you go. Just get it right first, go please. I do kind of want them to be able to share the platforms, just because sharing is caring, and if there are 2 trains unloading at the same time, it's not an issue. So we'll reconnect that up like that. In fact, we can probably do better. We can probably get rid of this, run this down here, and get rid of these. That's a bit better. And then we can put the 1 signal there. Excellent. Now, we still need a way to connect these 2 platforms up with this track over here. So, how are we going to do that? Well, we've got 1 track. This track, in fact, we may as well just double track all the way down here. That's fine. Now, we need a way to get the inbound trains over to the station. Actually, what if we can't really scoot you along too much? We can sort of move you over 1 like that. That's fine. Get rid of all of that. Good. Okay, that's an important first step. Probably. No, leave that there. We still need a bit of track there. In fact, no, actually, we probably don't need that bit of track there. Why don't we back all this off here? Hopefully that train doesn't try and come back and unload anytime soon. And bring this down, say about here. Let's just see how that goes. I mean, I'm flying blind here. Seat of my pants. I knew you'd try and come back. There you go. Your connection's back. Sorry. If you do a quick reversal, just so we can... yeah, and you'll turn around at the signal. No, you won't, because you've already passed it. Good. Yes. So, hopefully, this will get us enough room for a bridge. No, it won't. Okay. Well, it's good work. Me. So, you, sir, should know to come around this way. Okay. So we still need to get... In fact, why don't we bring you out... I know, again, it's going to slow the empty trains down a bit, but bring you out around like that, give us plenty of room to move here. So that's fine. And yeah, now we've got heaps of room, so we can have trains come in on either track here. So we'll have a junction here, connect that up, that's fine. And then we can just put a little bridge in over the top here like this. That should be okay. Truss bridge, yeah, that works for the diagonal. That's fine. That's a bit ugly. I don't like that. I'm going to be picky. In fact, I will just give them their own platforms to come in on. It just seems weird that they share a platform or share a track to go out again when they're not sharing a track to come in. But you know, I guess that's unavoidable. I can't really see around that. Oh, unless, hang on. What if we put a second bridge in over here? There we go. Here we go. Let's truss bridge that. Oh, that works. Okay. Drop you down like that, and then we'll have you. You can still cross over there if you need to. There we go. Okay, so we've got a couple of arrival tracks from that direction, one from that direction, and then on the way out we'll have to put a few signals in, obviously. I just realised I've completely overcomplicated this coal unloader, but it looks cool, so, you know, we're going to run with it. We're gonna be okay with that. And if we're not okay with that, well, I guess you've already closed the window and you've stopped watching, and that hurts my feelings, but I don't know about it, so didn't hurt that much, I guess. Good, and connect you up, obviously, around here, because we'll just have the one train running on this line to start with. Go ahead and whack down a couple of signals there. You've got signals in there, that's fine. Yeah, we don't need passing loops on here because we're just going to be running the one train to start with. But obviously, if production at the mine keeps up. Now, good thing I got rid of that depot because we're going to need a new one. Let's just drop it in there. That's fine. Don't think that's going to affect anything. Now, this is probably an excellent case for the BR45 because it's a big, heavy hauler, you know, capable of 90 k's an hour. It only costs 17 grand a year to run. Let's just go ahead with one of those, and yeah, we want to chuck the slightly lighter wagons on, just because we don't have the raw power of electricity. I'm going to put the slightly lighter wagons on because, I mean, that still gives us a capacity of 300 tons. And, I mean, he's only got one hill to go up, but knowing my luck, he will stall because he's coming straight out of the mine and trying to go up that hill. So, you know, let's just, and plus, you know, then we get a bit of variety in our rolling stock too. So you, sir, head off to Worcester Mines and do your thing. Yeah, gonna go get me some coal. I think that sounds wonderful. And yeah, we've really made a mess out of this power station. Where before we had just a nice, neat little shuttle running back and forth. Now we've got some sort of we've got some sort of gigantic conglomerate of tracks and stuff everywhere. It's just a bit of a mess. We've got this forest here I wanted to connect up. But yeah, no, I really want to move and connect up Hemmoor Coal Mine, even though it's a bit disappointing. Actually, do we want to send it to this power station, now that we've rejigged the layout? Or do we want to just send it to Gaddabush? Because we've already got the junction here at Itzehoe. You know, we could either run it down here and join up with the freight line at Itzehoe Woods, or we could probably just chuck it on the passenger line. In fact, we've even got room here where it kicks around to go over the bridge to put a junction in. So let's just do that. That's a nice way to round things off today, I think. Yeah. I mean, obviously, demolishing farmland, not cheap, but what are you going to do? Just one of those things. Plus, we're going to get across this river anyway. Actually, do we want to... Let's just bosh that up a bit there and then chuck that in there. Truss bridge, please. There we go. Please and thank you. And then hopefully we can get this line to come up and connect up over here. Obviously by demolishing a lot more farmland because it's a thing we want to do now. Oh, that's a fancy looking bus. No, thank you. The bus route I already have is disappointing and I hate it. So connect that up like that. That's not a bad looking junction. It's not a great looking junction, but it's not a bad looking junction. Do we want to back this off and put another bridge in here? Yes. Just in case we run two trains. It has to be a girder bridge though. Just in case, because I don't want the coal train backing up onto the main line here and holding up the old passenger trains there. Because that would be bad. I think we can all agree. Very bad. So drop another signal in there. We can probably just double track this all the way to the mine just in case. You know, probably won't run two trains, but in case we do, we can, you know, we can say, hey, we prepared for this. So now let's just go with a shorter station here, just because it's pretty much right in town, and we won't have a lot of room for a balloon loop, especially not as we've got to remember we're going to try and run a passenger line around the back here. You know, that's obviously a consideration we'll need to make. So run this track down here and connectorize up over here, please. And then will you connectorize up? You sort of will. We'll just have to back that off and whack another Tyler track in there, but that should be fine. That is a-okay. So loaded, empty trains rather will come in here and loaded trains back out this way. Not a problem. These will be the last 7 floors we build. That one will be the last one we build incorrectly. And after this, you know, it'll be 1950. We may as well switch over to the old colour light signals for a bit of variety. Plus, I do not understand how any of them work, so that should be a fun experiment. I mean, obviously, I know that's a path signal, and that's a normal signal, and blah-de-blah-de-blah, but I do not know what any of those lights mean. I'm sure red means stop. I'm going to say green means go. Decreases? Would you stop with the decrease? Decreasing. Yeah, so that's just a cute little mine line we've got going out there. Mine line. It's a mine line. Now for this one, well, the diesel's already dropped off the buy menu, even though we haven't got any other diesel trains yet. So that shows how successful it was in Germany. We could either go the BR01, which feels like overkill. The 45 is definitely overkill. Let's go the 85. A cute little tank engine. And because he's got such good tractive effort, we'll go ahead and give him the bigger coal hoppers there. How much is that going to be? 250 tons. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll set him underway to start with, and obviously if production needs it, he'll get a friend. So that's your depot there, fella. Off you go. Go forth and fetch me some more coal. And of course he's going to be rubbing shoulders with far older rolling stock. Although you still have 20 odd years in you, so I might replace you with a BR85 as well. Ditto for you. And bigger coal hoppers, assuming the coal mine can, put up with it. Yeah, you're not really producing much. So what I might do is, how big do we build these stations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. Okay, good. So what I'll do is I'll also go ahead and clone you. Hi. And then just delete your orders and copy his orders instead. Excellent. And you, sir, once you've finished your next run, we'll go back to the depot and stop. So that way we've got a couple of, because we can't build the what are they anyway? They're 16s or 62s or 38s. Okay, they're way off. We can't build the 38s anymore. They've dropped off the buy menu. And there goes the 85. So that was just, I wonder if I can still clone trains. No, okay. Well, there we go. We got into the nick of time there. I was going to put another 85 up on that line, but that ship has sailed. Yes, so that frees up another 38 we can put into local passenger service. Should we want to get rid of some of these BR75s we've got running around up here. You're not a 75. You are, though, and you're a bit slow. I mean, you've still got a few good years left in you, so we can always send you somewhere else. But yeah, this is definitely a distinction with the DB set, is the vehicles do expire, and often they expire before you're done with them. So yeah, it's a bit more realistic in that, obviously the railways didn't just show up and say, give me another one of those, please. I just want one. They would buy, obviously, a whole fleet of engines over a number of years to replace something old, to expand capacity, whatever. And then they'd stop building them and the factory would detool. So it's a bit more realistic in that we really need to plan ahead about what we need. Essence East no longer accepts mail. Well, that's not a problem. It's a wood siding. What do I care? Thinking about it too, I want to actually make this into a bigger mail and goods station eventually. We can truck the mail in and out of Essence. That's not a problem. We've already got the facilities. But yeah, then we can run our mail trains in and out of here and not clog up the passenger station, because obviously we've got very limited room, given we've got the iron ore mine literally right next door. So, that's definitely a fact that we can consider, because mail has destinations as well. So it doesn't matter if we drop it off here, it will truck into town, as long as it doesn't make the mail trains make a loss. But obviously that's still a little ways into the future. I think I've connected everything I wanted to connect up. We got this wood train going. By the way, where is... he is... Oh, he's almost back. So 200 tonne of wood waiting. Good. Plenty of capacity there. Plenty of capacity there. New forest at Lerningen. That's good. We've got a couple of forests in a row here we can connect up at some point. That's fantastic. Was there a forest over here? I sort of want to do something with this forest here. Was there a second one? Wasn't there another one up here somewhere? Oh, all the way up here. Okay, so maybe not to do with that one just yet. And what about Buxtehude? How do you feel about us? You think we're good? Okay, cool. So we've got a few options going forward. Obviously not this episode, because I'm going to ramp things up here. I think we've more coal over here. This is good to know. It's right on the main line too. Obviously getting it up to the unloader will be a pain in the ass, but it's nice to know we have it. But yeah, sorry, as I was saying, that'll wrap things up here for today. We'll go back and finish up at Essens, which is becoming a bit of a hive of activity. How's that livestock train doing, by the way? He's doing pretty well. That's good. And the grain is starting to diminish, so I might take the grain trucks out of service between episodes there. But yeah, no, that'll do us for today. But once again, I'd like to thank you for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. This has been Open TTD with the DBXL. I'm T-Nick, and I'll see you all next week. Later days. Well, one of you's already made it to the depot. I said, I'll do it off screen. No, well, fine, I'll do it now. Okay? So you happy now? Interrupted my ending?